just tell me to speak up. So, and if I'm speaking too quickly, tell me to slow down. So, oh no, PowerPoint messed up the formatting. I did this in Keynote. Anyway, this talk covers a bunch of the recent interesting things in the last couple of months that have been going on with malware and ransomware and things like that. And instead of going into like all the geopolitical stuff, I'm just going to show you a bunch of hex dumps. So one of the things that was big in the news when I wrote these slides was the recent Flash 0-day, which is in the ActionScript 3 VM in Flash, and in fact, it's actually in the bytecode verifier. So the initial exploit was first seen in a number of targeted email attacks that were sent to a couple of institutions. Because Adobe Acrobat, if you embed a Flash file in it, it'll automatically run the Flash file when you open the document, and there's no way to turn it off. So if you're analyzing it, the way that a PDF is laid out is it's basically just a bunch of objects, like a big blob of text and like a font object and a bunch of images and a Flash object, say, and it's all in 7-bit ASCII for the most part, although strings can be 8-bit. And so the really quick way, if you want to analyze the PDF, is to go and install XPDF, and there's a tool that comes with it called PDF to source that lets you dump each of those little sections out of the PDF. And strangely, it doesn't actually do like all the sections at once. It just does them one at a time, so you can just do something like that. And then figure out which one's Flash file is good enough. And there's this open source project called Shockwave Flash Tools that has a program that'll dump the ActionScript out of the Flash file and disassemble it into all the essentially the VM assembly code. So there's a bunch of other metadata in the PDF. One of the things is like file creation dates and modification timestamps. For this particular file, all the timestamps were in UTC +8, which is China or in Hong Kong, as if like the title, wasn't a giveaway. But I mean, if you're just looking at it and you don't have the right character set, you won't see the characters. But so anyway, there were two samples that were floating around that were slightly different. They were both based off apparently the same PDF to begin with, and just modified about 45 minutes apart for the two. And so there's a lot of metadata, which is the formatting's totally messed up on this slide, and I'm so tempted to go run up to the speaker room and grab my laptop and do it. But trust me, this was actually much more legible on my slides. I don't know if I should can I actually just go and grab my laptop and do it? I feel so embarrassed with having horribly mangled slides. Anyway, I'll keep going. So anyway, the actual embedded Flash file that had the exploit in it was called fancyball.fla, and I tracked down the original to it's in the SDK for Flash, and they basically just took it's a demonstration program for how to make a bouncing ball in ActionScript. So the attacker or the person who wrote the exploit basically just hollowed out the init function in it with a bunch of no-ops and then stuck this in, and this is the actual exploit here. The actual two instructions that trigger the fault are these two. And Adobe actually had a bug in their public bug database tracking system that, if you do these two operations, you crash the ActionScript VM. But it had been around since December, nobody really realized the significance of it until this exploit came out, and then Adobe quickly hid the bug from public view. So there was I have seen a slight variant of this exploit that was used in some browser-based attacks also, and I haven't finished analyzing this beyond that, figuring out that it's in the bytecode verifier, so that I'm not entirely certain if this multiplying these two values has any functional use or if it's just padding or something. So it's sort of on the to-do list. Good. So bear with me for a second. All right. Oh wait, the adapter is up in the room. Okay, so I'll keep going. There's a couple other sections. Section 4 was a JPEG, or what seemed to be a JPEG, except the JPEG wasn't very well formed. If you actually try and view it, it was corrupt. There's a little bit of metadata in it. They probably just grabbed this off the web some ways. The gobbledygook in the JPEG, it actually turns out to be a full Windows PE executable file, and it's been ever so slightly encrypted with a single byte XOR key. And but this is a trend that has been I'm seeing a lot lately in a lot of Chinese malware, is sort of hiding the presence of an executable file by stuffing a GIF or a JPEG on the front of it. So the other Shockwave flash file, and there was each of the two PDF samples had a different name. This is, if you're looking for the PDF itself, this is what it looks like for the reference. But they basically just do the heap spray in ActionScript, which is something new I hadn't actually seen before. And this site makes no sense at all because the formatting's all screwed up. So I'll fill time while they're searching for the VGA dongle. Did you find it? It's in the top of my backpack. So, is there any questions so far? Anyone? Oh. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, this is totally illegible. Anyway. The switching to PowerPoint thing was a very last second thing. So I apologize for this. That's not my backpack. It might be faster if I just run up there and grab it myself. So. Oh, that's it.